If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. And go ahead and subscribe. And thank you so much for watching. Enjoy the video. Back in the saddle looking. Back in... Oh, what's up, guys and gals? If you're watching, hi. Welcome back to my series on hidden gems on Amazon Prime. Or Prime Video, or whatever the world it's called. Amazon Prime Video, whatever. If you got Amazon Prime because you like packages sent to you quicker and because you buy stuff on Amazon, there's also videos on there, and this is some of the hidden gems that are on there. There's a whole bunch on there. There's really there's a cavalcade of movies on there. But I'm going to go ahead and get into the movies that I've watched and that I will be watching in this later series. Let's get to it. Suburbicon. I recently watched Suburbicon, which is directed by George Clooney, starring Matt Damon. It takes place in this kind of 50s town, and African American neighbors move next door, and because it's the 50s, it's this kind of thing of you're allowed to do that, but the white folks don't like that. So there's this polite rudeness to them. This is a side story that's going on within this story because it's one of those things where it's like Suburbicon, the perfect neighborhood, and then you see how it's not. It's got this underlining stuff that's going on where this Matt Damon's character has a deal with the mob or something or another, or a guy in the mob that basically he hired to kill his wife, and just this evil plan that just kind of starts unraveling in this dark satire of them being in this perfect neighborhood, and then how imperfect it is. And then of course you have this parallel storyline that's going on about this this African American family that moved next door and their dealings with people who would divide them, even though there's no actual division anymore. Really interesting watch, fun watch, wild. You know, it was all not only was it directed by George Clooney, but it was also co-written by George Clooney with Joel and Ethan Coen, the Coen brothers, who did movies like Raising Arizona, and they also did Fargo and stuff like that. So if you like those movies, you'll probably like Suburbicon as well. So give it a check out if you're into that stuff. Also, Lord of Illusions is on Prime Video. If you haven't seen Lord of Illusions, it's Clive Barker. It's this creepy, scary movie with Scott Bakula as the lead, and I actually liked it more than Hellraiser, because I know that I guess Clive Barker's claim to fame was Hellraiser or whatever, with Pinhead and stuff like that, but I think that movie was just like kind of like a weird Jason-esque type deal, you know. Like if I was thinking of Wes Craven, I wouldn't necessarily peg him as the Nightmare on Elm Street guy. You know, there's more stuff that he has done to show what kind of awesome. What crap is this? Oh, sorry, something popped up on my phone as a Facebook notification. Anyways, Lord of Illusions. If you're like, if you ever watched Hellraiser and you're like, it's a little too graphic for me, I think this is a little bit tamer. I know there's a beginning part where he's like, Demure, or what the guy's name is. It's like, there's this little kid on the end of the bed, like possessed by a demon, and he like, it's a flashback to a prior case. And my wife saw that part. I was like, no, it's a good movie. And like that flashes, she's like, I hate you so much. I can never get that out of my head. I hate you. Because she doesn't like scary stuff. So, yeah, Lord of Illusions on there. If you haven't checked it out, go ahead. And if you're into scary movies, it is definitely a scary movie on the fodder for scary movie connoisseurs. Yeah. Okay, what else we got here? Running Scared is on Prime Video. If you haven't seen that, it's Billy Crystal, Gregory Hines, directed by Peter Hames, if I'm not mistaken. And just a cop pop action movie, really. I mean, in the vein of like Die Hard and stuff like that. Not, not, not in that he's trapped in an office building, but it's that kind of officer mentality. They drive around in an unmarked police car that's spray painted on the side, unmarked police cars. So, I mean, they didn't put it on there. Somebody put it on there. But it's a good action movie. Haven't seen it in a while, but it is good. Also, Silence of the Lambs is on there. Great movie, classic. If you haven't seen it, and you're into cop mystery stuff, it's good. I think it has this awesome thing where it leads the audience. It does this story technique where it's like it leads the audience, and then you realize it led you the wrong way, and you're like, oh, awesome! Oh man, it's so good. Oh, I don't want to ruin it for anyone, so I'm not going to go into super detail about that. For anyone who hasn't seen it yet, has been out a little bit. But yeah, no, Silence of the Lambs was a good one. There was so many in the series though, because there was like Silence of the Lambs. They even had a TV show called Hannibal, and then they had Red Dragon. I enjoy Red Dragon. I don't think they went on a whole list of like Silence of the Lambs 2, Silence of the Lambs 3, Silence of the Lambs 3D. But yeah, they had a bunch of those. The Spy Who Dumped Me I watched recently. That's also on Prime Video. I hear that it's also on Hulu, but I watched it on Prime Video, and it was a very fun movie. Like I said, a little bit of nudity at the beginning, but they get that over real quick, and we move along with the story. I'm using the ums as like a breath break. Okay. Mila Kunis and McKinnon, I can't think of her first name right now. McKinnon, like the girl that plays her friend is such an oddball. It's just like she always plays these oddball characters. Like she's in this movie that's on Netflix called Masterminds, Masterminds or Mastermind or whatever. It has Zach Galifianakis. No, not. Is it Zach Galifianakis? Yeah, Zach Galifianakis. Because I'm getting mixed up with Andy Milonakis. All right, but it has Zach Galifianakis. Or crap. It has the guy from Hangover that had the baby on his. Was carrying the baby. Anyways, and she was pitch perfect dark comedy odd in that role that she was in on that one. And this one too, she has this kind of like just oddball-y goofiness it's just like cringe-worthy comedy where you just like, and then you're laughing at the same time. You're like, what? Oh, okay. The Russian assassin lady is very creepy in this movie. If you didn't know, Mila Kunis, I believe, is Russian. Her Mila is a shortened down version of her name, which is like Malinka or Milinka or whatever. I don't know if she's from Russia and moved here, or her parents were Russian and then moved here, but she has a very Russian name that's shortened down. I'm sure she can speak Russian too, possibly. I don't know. You can go look into that if you really give it a crap. The movie is a fun watch. I cannot tell you who the director's name is. I know it is a lady. I don't know what else she's directed, but the movie played out well, and it was a fun watch to watch. If you're into spy comedies or female comedies, that's one for you. It was a good watch. The Ruins is... I got time, right? Okay, crap, I'm running out of time. The Ruins is on Prime Video, too. If you haven't seen The Ruins is about these people that get trapped on this pyramid, type like a Mayan pyramid in Mexico or something or another, and they're trapped up there, and then it ends up that something is killing people and whatnot, and it ends up being that the vines that are on the pyramid itself are alive, and they eat people. It is... since that movie, I had never seen, other than The Thing, like the original Thing, because the original Thing, not the John Carpenter one, but the one before that was supposedly some plant-based monster, but it was just a guy in a suit. This movie, when this came out, I'd never seen a villain like that. I was like, it's like, wow. I mean, maybe the moss on that Creepshow scene, but like Creepshow skit. It was a skit, but I don't know what we call it. It was three little stories. So the novella, but the but the vines are killing people, and it's you're like, are they gonna get out of here? Are they gonna get out of here? I don't know if they're gonna get out of here. Their one friend's pretty beat up, so scary, good, tense. You know, it's got that suspense. It's that suspense kind of scary movie. Well done, yes. And there's more movies too, but I am probably out of time. I'm so sorry. Tune in next time when I bring you more hidden gems on Amazon Prime Video, as I'm going through this whole rigmarole of rigmarole, like it's a chore. It's not a chore. I'm enjoying this thoroughly. I'm still in my Stranger Things shirt because I don't know. I don't want to take it off. Now, yeah, I'm gonna go throw this off at and then basically go on with life. But I'm having a blast watching all these movies and telling you about these movies so that you can watch these videos and maybe make a choice about what you want to watch on Prime Video, or if you're deciding, should I get Amazon Prime because I order a bunch of stuff on Amazon. Yes, get Prime because it also comes with movies and stuff like that. So it's like you don't need cable and unless you're somebody who watches a whole lot of TV or stuff like that. It's like should I get Netflix or something like that? Well, if you have Amazon Prime, you're going to be getting stuff sent to you, and you can also watch movies. So, and they also have TV shows too. I have a whole series of TV shows I got to go through. That's going to be on like the last part of this series of hidden gems on Amazon Prime. But like, it's a twofer. So it ones up Netflix because you can also buy stuff and get it sent to you. But Netflix is the streaming service that started streaming services, and Prime Video is an add-on on Amazon Prime. But they have such a gigantic inventory. Like I said, just like big budget movies to independent films and all in between there. I also want to do like a whole video on riff track movies because I've watched like 3 riff track movies on there, and if you don't know what riff track is, it's basically where Mystery Science Theater 3000 went on, but I am rambling on and on and on. I don't want to waste too much of your time. Go ahead and watch a video on Prime Video and enjoy. If you want to watch more videos like this, go ahead and subscribe. I do a video like this every Wednesday, and then I also do a vlog of my life every Saturday. I post, and go ahead and just like, subscribe, and enjoy the videos, and thank you so much for watching. Best day and best wishes to you and yours. Later, homies. Push the button.